two stories of things that had happened this week that I thought would maybe be good stories for everybody to hear. So the first one is that I actually downloaded after a long time of never even looking at them, I downloaded a meal tracker app or a food tracker app. And it was because I saw somebody post about it and I was like, you know what, I'm interested in seeing what it would be like to do that again. Because it used to be something that was really unhealthy for me. I used to be really obsessive about it. And so I stopped doing that. But I was like, oh, I'm so far past those issues, whatever, let's just see how it goes. So I downloaded it and I entered in my breakfast, and then I literally panicked for the rest of the day thinking about having to write down my food. And it was weird because normally on a normal day, I'm not really stressed out about my food anymore. I'm not really stressed about, I wouldn't have thought that would have caused that kind of reaction for myself, but it did, and it made me really stressed out. It made me start to feel bad about certain things. So it was just sort of a little lesson for me personally, just recognizing that maybe I still have some work to do as far as getting past some of those insecurities when it comes to food and weight and all that kind of stuff, but also that those apps work for some people. Some people love the idea of being able to see everything and they like data, and then some people don't, and some people, like me, really struggle with that. And so just a thing to recognize that it's not going to be, just because somebody you see who's having great success is using something like that, doesn't mean that it will work for you, doesn't mean that you need to do it, and it's really more important to find out what makes you feel good and what makes you feel like you can maintain a healthy lifestyle without adding in that extra stress. Story number 2 from this week was I'm actually running currently a nutrition group, and we were discussing goal setting. And I always have people set an outcome goal at the beginning of the nutrition group, not for the end of, we usually run it for about 6 weeks. The goal doesn't need to be time bound to that 6 weeks, but just a general outcome goal, what they want to see happen from having a better diet. And a lot of the group picked weight loss, and I wasn't surprised. That's a typical answer. But then what was interesting was one of the girls actually came in, one of the women who's in the group came into the office the other day, and she said, I'm struggling because I chose weight loss as my outcome goal, but I'm actually really happy with my body, and I don't really feel like I need to lose weight. And so I'm struggling with that because it was a goal I wrote down, but it's not really motivating me because I don't really care about it that much. And I thought that was awesome, first of all, that she could recognize that had been a goal that everyone else kind of always is telling women they should have. And so she wrote it down naturally, but then really thought about it and said, this isn't actually meaningful to me, and that's okay. And I was actually psyched to hear that, because that is okay, and I'm excited that women are starting to realize that doesn't need to be their goal. And so we talked, and I said, what are you hoping to accomplish out of having a better diet? And she just wants to feel better. She just wants to have more energy. Those are great outcome goals. Your outcome goal does not have to be based around the size of your body. It can be based around how you feel. It can be based around your sport. There's so many other reasons to eat healthier and exercise more. And I thought that was really important to share.